The laughter faded, replaced by an eerie stillness that draped over the forest like a heavy mist. Sarah felt an uncontrollable shiver race down her spine, grounding her back in reality. "We need to find a way out," she murmured, urgency lacing her tone. Her friends, still captivated by the strange allure of their surroundings, began to wander off, mesmerized by the shifting colors and the melodic sounds. "Hey! Stay together," she called out, her voice rising with unspent tension. She rushed toward them, grasping the arm of her closest friend, who had ventured too far from the safety of their small group. "This place isn't as friendly as it seems," she warned, her eyes scanning the shadows that crept along the periphery, their forms ever-changing and shrouded in mystery. The friend nodded, shaken from his reverie, but Sarah could see the glimmer of wonder still dancing in his eyes. "It's beautiful, though," he replied, swaying slightly as if caught in some invisible spell. "But we can't forget why we came here," she reminded him, her voice firm yet tender, desperate to break the enchantment. The air crackled with tension, her instincts urging them to keep their wits about them as a low growl echoed faintly, reverberating through the vibrant foliage. Each heartbeat felt amplified as Sarah tightened her grip, pulling him closer as the foliage around them seemed to shift imperceptibly, like watchers hiding in plain sight. "We must focus on finding a safe path," she asserted again, taking a deep breath. As they began to move forward, the promise of this captivating land began to slip through her fingers, like grains of sand lost to time, making the urgency of their escape all the more palpable. The forest's enchanting vibrancy began to dim, shadows lengthening as dusk descended upon the mystical realm. Sarah quickened her pace, her heart pounding louder with each step, feeling the oppressive weight of eyes starkly watching their every move. "We need to keep moving, this light won't last forever," she urged, her voice strained but steady, tugging at her friends to step away from distractions. A chill crept in, wrapping around their limbs like icy fingers. As they ventured deeper, the laughter they once heard now transformed into whispers that twisted through the branches, filling the air with unsettling questions. Sarah strained to catch snippets, words of temptation entreating her friends to stay, to explore this paradise. Worry gnawed at her, and she realized they must resist the charm of their surroundings. "Remember the darkness. Focus," she repeated vehemently, locking eyes with each friend, desperation fueling her resolve. The enchanting beauty around them morphed just as quickly, blossoms shifting hues under the unseen weight of oppressive shadows that thrummed ominously, reminding them they were still hunted. The whispers grew louder, wrapping around them like serpents, coiling tighter with each word spoken. "Stay with us, venture further," a voice beckoned, silky smooth yet laced with an undercurrent of danger. Sarah's heart raced, the shadows whispered venomous promises, urging her friends to lose themselves in the forest's allure. "Don't listen. We have to stay together," she shouted, galvanizing her friends to refocus on their shared objective. One by one, they turned back to her, the enchantment in their eyes dimming, realization dawning on their faces. The pulsating glow flickered, casting erratic shadows that danced unsettlingly upon their skin. "This isn't a game," Sarah added, urgency flooding her voice as she stepped closer, eyes darting around for any sign of the lurking threat. "If we don't find a way out, we may never leave this place." The gravity of her words settled heavily among them, motivating her friends to take heed. They stood united, silent acknowledgement of the danger forging an unbreakable bond in that moment. Sarah's warmth mingled with her friends' anxious breaths, creating a flicker of hope amid the encroaching darkness. Together, they surveyed the forest, plotting their next move, shadows swirling in a dance of deception around them. The forest shifted, and a path began to unveil itself, illuminated by the flickering light ahead. "There!" Sarah exclaimed, pointing toward the glimmering trail that appeared to beckon them forth. "Let's move." Her voice rang with urgency, each word pulsing with the collective need to escape the whispers that lingered. They fell into line behind her, instinctively drawn toward the shimmering exit, the call of the unknown morphing into something more primal. As they hurried, the ambient sounds crescendoed, clashing in a chaotic symphony of nature and unseen threats. Branches snapped behind them, a reminder of the lurking danger they could not afford to ignore. "Faster!" she urged, adrenaline fueling their flight as the trees closed in, shadows elongating as dusk deepened around them. With each step, a growing dread entwined with her hope. She dared not look back, yet she felt the pull of the darkness, whispering promises of refuge even as it threatened to ensnare them. The path twisted ahead, beckoning with flashes of light that felt both inviting and treacherous, prompting her heart to race faster than her feet. "We're almost there, stay strong," Sarah shouted, leading her friends deeper into the heart of the unfolding mystery, away from the grasp of the ominous shadows that encroached. The path led them into a glade bathed in shimmering light, yet the air felt thick, charged with an undefinable tension. Sarah turned to her friends, their faces reflecting a mix of exhilaration and fear, uncertainty flickering behind their eyes. "We need to stay alert," she reminded them, her voice steady despite her racing heart. As they stepped into the clearing, tendrils of mist began to swirl, thickening with an otherworldly presence that sent chills down her spine. The shadows coiled closer, whispering secrets just out of reach, as if beckoning them deeper into the forest's embrace. "Listen," Sarah urged, her voice slicing through the tension, "we can't let this place distract us. We need to stay focused on finding a way out before the darkness consumes us." Her friends exchanged worried glances, the allure of the vibrant surroundings still tugging at their senses. "But it feels so safe here," one of them protested, a hint of longing lacing his words as he gazed around. The luminous glow of the glade contrasted starkly with the shadows looming just beyond the trees, yet the undercurrent of danger was palpable, thrumming like a heartbeat. "Nothing is safe until we escape," Sarah replied, her eyes narrowing as she scanned the horizon, the weight of their predicament settling heavily on her shoulders. With resolve and unbreakable unity, they ventured forward, determined to uncover the path leading them home. Each step resonated with purpose, and as the glade gradually vanished behind them, Sarah felt a renewed strength swell within. Though uncertainty lingered, they pressed on, ready to confront their fate, emerging from shadows into the light of dawn.